Hello, long time no see. Hope everyone is doing well. This will be, let's just see what pops out. How about that? Let's just see what pops out. All right. I hope everyone's doing well. Go ahead and be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Share if you care. Imagination. Acceptance. Health. And on the bottom of the deck, you have worry. All right. So, be mindful of your mental health. All right. I feel like someone around you, or maybe yourself, I feel a bit of like a gaslighting feeling here. And I also have a delusional energy here. All right. You had the imagination, acceptance in reverse, and health in the upright. All right. I'm also getting a feeling of creativity as well. And not so much of a creative block, um, more of being inspired than anything. With your overall energy being worry, I feel more of this being a cross watcher's feeling. This being an emotion that they are experiencing at the time. Whereas I feel, like I said, the other person may be very creative, but there's a standoff here with acceptance being in the reverse. I feel like there's a resistance from both sides, but for different reasons. So, underneath, you had purpose in reverse, humor in reverse, and fear. Okay? So, that just goes to show you right then and there something needs to be taken seriously here. Either someone needs to worry. Okay. Well, excuse me. That's what I have here. There's a standoff with acceptance. So let's see what all of this is about. Okay. Already popping out the sun in reverse. Okay. Wow. All right. Energy on the bottom is a Two of Wands. Yes. Yes. Like I said, excuse me. Like I said, your overall energy being a Two of Wands. Do you feel like you're not strong enough to press forward? There's a sadness about it ending. Okay. I really feel like someone's putting something, you know how like people like put a plan together before they actually go through with it. I feel like there's someone who's making like an agenda as to what it is that they need to do. And instead of it being more of a purpose thing, it's more of a reason. There's a reason behind someone making a plan, whether it's business or if it's just personal to get out of a situation. I'm not really tapping into that right now. I'm tapping into more or less, you had the sun in reverse. And what really has my energy feeling twisty is the fact that it's that acceptance card in reverse. All right. Um, there's to be no acceptance for different reasons. I feel as if like someone's questioning their strength in regards to there being a sadness about something. And then you had the Three of Wands in reverse. Something's being planned, but something's not being planned for the reason they think. This is what I'm picking up on. Two people have a common or mutual interest or feeling. Okay, again, you had the acceptance in reverse. Someone, there's a resistance to reality there. There's two sparks, but the motherfuckers is not making no type of ambers at all. There's two different type of plugs, but none of the motherfuckers is making sparks. And even though there's two wires there, clearly they're not making any sparks because 9 times out of 10, they're not the right ones to be putting together. And so someone may be making a plan while the other one feels as if like they know they have an agenda, they just don't know what's going on yours. We're gonna keep looking, but you do have the Hermit in reverse and the Lovers in reverse. Someone is, again, while you're like Spirit says slow down. Spirit says slow down. Whoever this cross watcher energy is, there's a demeanor about them you don't like. And it comes off more or less as if like they're lost. You may be a person who's just not with the shits. And so you rather go on by your business from them because it serves more of your reason as to why maybe yourself like love and the things about yourself, such as like your boundaries, like you're I feel like you're like pushing away. Again, it's like those two wires that don't need to be intertwined. You have the Lovers in reverse and the Hermit in reverse. Yeah, detachment. There's a detachment because someone isn't like standing on something, or more or less, they're just not going in the same direction as what you are. And so it's better to have a plan than to walk out of this feeling like you have nothing to show for it. At least with a plan, you can check those things off and look into the future and be like, I don't you don't want to regret what you had to go through. So to move that feeling aside and void that feeling out, let's just make a plan. Make a plan as to where you're going to move from here, and a plan as to how your strength is going to help you overcome this. You may very well question your strength. At least you know that it's there. You got to let the strength do its work for you. This is why it's so important for you to be centered in yourself. So then that way people come along that disturb your inner child, that make you feel like you're better to yourself, by yourself, and for yourself than it is for you to be in balance with someone, again, who's lost. Your strength is going to take care of that. You just have to, you have to rely on your inner strength to help you know that you can push that courage out to make whatever decisions that are necessary. And though you may be worried, Spirit is saying you making that list and planning things out makes it so when you do move, it's more of an empowerment. You making the plan is the encouragement. It's the part of the motivation that makes it so that you can start putting actions with stuff. And see, the thing is, it's not you. You know, Spirit is saying like he's saying it's time for you to refresh and update your definition as to what it is and how it is that you walk. Because instead of being like boo hoo, things didn't work out, you having a plan for you to get out of the madness, to get out of that environment that makes you feel as if like you're not strong enough, when indeed and so you do. You're a leader and this person isn't. And instead, it's like, there's empowerment and strength in you being able to take accountability, though someone else doesn't, and move forward. You know, you feel like, what, me leaving and substituting out these tears for me being able that I set myself up right, so then that way I don't ever have to go back. Three of Wands in reverse. Okay? Because when you play it small, really, even small has a size below that. And I also feel like there was a delay in you actually maybe taking some type of steps to really finalize some decisions. It just really feels as if like you're separating yourself from somebody. You do have a King of Pentacles out here, and I really feel that when you drop whatever this inconsistent person or this inconsistent energy, this negative energy, this lost energy, when you let go of those things, when not even so much a let go, but your plan that you're putting together is going to put you in the position of this King of Pentacles, because you chose a higher route. You didn't choose to just be tolerable of something. You chose the route that, if you were to think about things in the long run, Eight of Cups. In the long run, you will still have to make the same decision. You'll be in the ballpark with the same decision. And you will have to eventually cut your losses. Eight of Cups. But with you walking away, you got a plan. You have a plan. And you're moving in on it with blind faith. And you're willing to take a risk and feel fearless and not hold back. You're going to meditate. You're going to be enlightened. You're going to find that self-confidence again, where it all will become clear to you. All right? Your creativity won't be in that sunken hole energy. Okay? Because that sunken hole energy is the negative energy of this Lovers in reverse. All right? This negative energy of this Hermit in reverse. All right? This negative energy, like this person was really disturbing your innards. When I say innards, I mean your inner child. This person really was doing that. But once you go ahead and free and clear your conscience of this person, it's going to enrich your roots in your soil. Like, you're going to literally receive and feel an abundance in maybe different ways, just off of the strength that you had enough discipline to exercise your boundaries. Like, if I don't want to deal with it, I don't want to do it. There is no trying to get me to do anything. Like, once you say you're done, right? But ultimately, there's a disappointment here. And so, even though you feel as if like this person has built reasons as to why you should stay. You also have cried a river as to why you delayed doing all this in the first place. You know, I feel like you're a person that genuinely believes in giving people a second chance. And when that second chance doesn't go how you wanted it to play out, here is this disappointment. The difference between you then and you now is that at least when you walk away, you're walking away focused into knowing that something out of that is going to be for you. Something that's coming out of that is going to have your name written on it. And it's going to have your name written on it because, you know, we all receive blessings from the universe when we were or in a season that we do what we're supposed to do. And it's going to come in somewhat fast. Don't be shocked. Again, you plan for this exit. You plan for this evolution. You plan for this next level of elevation. You did that. You did that based off of what you've seen from whoever you were around or whoever this cross watcher was. It's you just got to a point where you just got fed up. Again, this Eight of Cups is here. You got fed up. And so you had to really start thinking, do I walk away feeling like there's no more that I can do for this? Or do you walk into the sunset knowing that there's more for you and you just wanting to cut the dead weight? Because guess what? You know that there's something out there for you because you've probably had it before. And the difference in between this energy of what you're dealing with and the energy you already possess, there are such people as emotional vampires, mental vampires. And when we see them and we finally learn and we acknowledge them, there's not a lot of back and forth that needs to happen. You just need to just as graciously pack your things and move on. And you don't move on disappointed in yourself because you got something to look forward to, but you're disappointed in the fact of maybe this person didn't show this side, or maybe you're just tired of it all and you're just willing to walk away before you feel abandoned, or better yet, you feel abandoned because this person has already had this nature about them. And you just had to learn the difference between, abandonment and isolating. I feel like for you, isolating yourself will be staying somewhere you can't face the other side. You rather deal with the evil you know. But I see you in a place where you blossom once you let that light back in on you. So, ooh, that's crazy. Let's see something here. Oh, okay. Y'all total opposites, night and day. This person ain't see this coming. And I like how you're going to be, I don't want to say defensive. Like, this person may very well have other things come at you. You may have other things that you're dealing with. And I hear, clear off my plate. You know what I'm saying? So, this person and you are on two different spectrums, child. You don't want anything more from this person. You just want to be to yourself, hermit. And it's so crazy because it's more or less, I feel like you want to recharge. Because I feel like, sightseeing. Yeah. It's like, so far, your overall energy is a death. Like, something has come to an end. But for you, it's like, it's more or less, it's time for you to, like, come into a different version of yourself. because you're not willing to deal with just anything. And believe it or not, because you give people second chance, that's the beautiful part about you, because you don't judge. You don't judge. It's okay to be disappointed in someone's actions, but you don't judge the person. Sometimes that's a very complex thing to do, because you have to compartmentalize the two. You know, someone can very well sit there and say something and not be like in their own body. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how evil works. But you see it as maturity in yourself. You know, you may say you're cutting your losses, but you're walking away with a plan. It's more like they're taking the L. You're just not choosing to have this person be part of your future. And since this person is not going to be part of your future, you're in this hermit mode, but you're in this hermit mode reflecting. You're in this hermit mode because, you know, you're taking inventory of how you look, right? Because you know, if you look pale, you know, when you need sun, you know, and those type of things you're taking inventory of, because maybe perhaps past lessons you've seen how Dracula you can look when you just continue to let someone drain your energy. So before they drain your energy, you got a plan and you want to reinvent yourself. Wow. Talk about flipping the game, bitch. What? I like that. Go ahead. I like that. And you know what? You got a Knight of Cups here. Somebody younger. This could also like be a friend, right? And this friend may very well I don't know why I want to say LGBTQIA plus community, but they're very confident. This person may very well be different, as well as this person can. I just really feel like this is a person where they are younger. They have a zeal about them. They got a zeal about them. So, you know, also be careful with that, because you did have the moon in reverse. So even if this is a friend, be careful of the company that you keep, because you don't know what company they deal with, you know. Okay. This person also could very well out here say, y'all start out as friends. Nine of Wands in reverse. You don't feel guarded by this person? Ooh. Don't be too free out there, okay? I need you to still have some type of boundary, Spirit says. Just because you got through it with one person doesn't mean, you know, you just let it all be out. This is why I was telling you beforehand, be careful of the company that you keep. Anybody else may not be better than what you just got out of. All right? I feel like also you may be like avoiding jail time or being put in jail. All right? I don't know where that's coming from, but again, be careful of the company that you keep. Nine of Swords, overall energy. Just like worry was your overall energy. Queen of Cups, Four Swords. Yeah, okay. Oh, someone a little bit older. So is this a little fling here? Is this a little Bonnie and Clyde? Well, you better be careful before you collide with jail bars. All right? It looks like you missed it by the skin of your teeth. You need to make sure you stay out of your head. Stay out of your head about, again, when I told you you don't feel like you're strong enough, you need to know that you are. So you need to stay out of your head. All right? You need to do things that's going to enrich your emotions, that's going to fill those cups to make you feel full again. Remember, Spirit says this person didn't take all of your energy. You planned and plotted and got out before this person just tapped you out altogether. So you still have some of you in there. You're just needing to rejuvenate what you have. You need to charge your battery. And yes, it's nice to be able to have other people and mindsets and perspectives around. But again, something saying be careful of the company that you keep, because you don't know the company that they deal with. This is why I'm saying stay out of the way with stuff. Don't be so quick to incorporate yourself in other people's mess. All right? You need to feed more of your own energy and cut those ties that's really making you slow down the process of you reinventing yourself. And along the way, Spirit will say when that time comes for a blessing to be cashed into you, for you being strong and resilient for yourself, then there is a gentleman that comes along that is a little bit older, all right, poised. This person may be an investor. This person may be up there in age, but they have a cleanness to them that attracts you to them, all right? And this person has a wisdom. They have a wisdom about them. Uh um in the meantime, in between time, I feel like for the women, I feel I see it here. And I feel like y'all will be pleasuring yourselves. Okay? Some of y'all may have wands. All right. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I know y'all see that head. That head look like a dildo. It looks like a wand. But yeah. Wow. I don't even know what to say to that one. But I think that's what we have here. That's what we have here. Recharge your energy. All right. Replace your battery. All right. Reinvent yourself. And continue to remember that at the core of who you are a person of action to get things done. You're a person that is calm and in control because you are level with the universe. And it's okay to hold back until you feel like it's safe for you to like come out. Just be sure when you do go into hermit mode, you are doing things that are helping you recharge your energy. Don't use the hermit mode to isolate yourself, because that puts you right back at square one, even though you're not with that person no more. So don't fuck yourself up because of someone in the past. Remember why you strive so hard for what it is you got planned. Blind faith is better than none at all. At least you know at the end of the day, something's going to come from it. A result's going to come from it, whether it's a yes or a no, whether it's success or failure. But whatever it is that you're planning, you're going to discover a different version of yourself. And it's going to feel as if like you're graduating. It's going to feel as if like you left home for the first time. And it's because it's time for a change. And it's time for a change because maybe you did pass the test. Or maybe, you're just settling in and embracing the strength you've always had. Whether someone never told you about it, you feel that shit. because you've used it. I'd be damned if I come out of a situation crying over a motherfucker who's going to move on. So why not I do the same thing too? While you wasted on another pair of legs to be in between, I'm going to make sure whatever I plan is going to be able to offset the bullshit that you once laid at my front door and darkened my doorway about. Because guess what? When they're done mousing around with that, and they see it yielded nothing with them, they're going to be noticing how much of your value has increased. Don't be shocked if they come back trying to create ways as to how you can fall back in some type of mindset that you want to take someone back that you had to, find an investment in as to why it would be more worthy of you walking away than keeping them around. Remember that. All right. Be careful of like spells, like love spells. All right. And I feel like also when I say love spells, this may sound weird, but I mean it. Energy flows. You know what I'm saying? So even if this person mails you a greeting card, if this person sends you a text message, remember if you walked away from this person, do not answer, respond, correspond with anything that they send you. Put this person on a block list. That way you can send their energy back to sender as well. All right? Sage. Do all those things. This may not seem as if like they have a strong energy, but for you to have a 9 of swords come out, there is no need for you to be in a corner. Well, you got multiple rooms in your house now. You know? So take heed to that. All right? Take heed to that. It's the small things that block out the bigger ones. So this is what I have for you. All right. At the end of the day, you're smart, you're brilliant, you're resilient, you're strong, you're dynamic. You are everything in the thesaurus that's underneath confident and a game changer. So continue to be an agent of change, and I will check in with y'all later.